Hi everyone, Miss Tui here. Ozobot thinks it's fun to learn while you play. In today's lesson, you will use a number line to round numbers to the nearest 10 or 100. Then you will use color codes to program Ozobot to move to the rounded number. For today's lesson, you will need an Ozobot fully charged and calibrated, color code markers, a pencil, and your rounding fun activity sheets. Make sure to have all 3 pages. Your goal for today's lesson is to use a number line to round numbers to the nearest 10 or 100. Then you will use color codes to move Ozobot to the rounded number. Each digit within a number has a place. The place of a number can be the ones, tens, hundreds, or thousands. These places are used to round a number or to make it simple to use, but keep it close to its value. Let's see how to round numbers to the nearest 10. This is the number 43. If I count by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I know the number 43 is a value between 40 and 50. Next, I'm going to find the number in the middle of 40 and 50 to determine if I should round up or down. The number in the middle of 40 and 50 is 45. Since 43 is less than 45, I will round down to 40. Here's a different number, 67. If I count by tens again, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I know the number 67 is between 60 and 70. The number in the middle of 60 and 70 is 65. Since 67 is more than 65, I will round up to 70. We can use a similar process for rounding numbers to the nearest 100. Here, the number is 238. This time, I will count by hundreds, 100, 200, 300, to know the number 238 is between 200 and 300. Next, I find the number in the middle of 200 and 300 to determine if I should round up or down. 250 is the number in the middle. Since 238 is less than 250, I will round down to 200. Let's get this rounding party started. Look at your Rounding Fun number lines activity sheet to find the number you will round first. You will begin with the number 76. Since this number is made up of tens and ones, you will round to the nearest 10. When you look at the number line, you see the range 70 to 80 already marked, but the middle value is missing. You need to find the value that is in the middle of 70 and 80. 75 is the number in the middle. I wrote the number 75 in the box on the number line to mark the midpoint. Can you write the number 75 in the box on your first number line? Now that you have added the midpoint range between 70 and 80, you can plot the number 76 on the number line. Let's think. Is the number 76 more or less than 75? That's right. 76 is more than 75, so I will put a dot or point above the number 75 on the number line. Can you show the number 76 on your number line by adding a point? Time to look at your Rounding Fun activity map and get out your color code markers. The first path on my map has the number 76 written at start. The path leads to an intersection where the Ozobot can turn left to move to the number 70, or right to move to the number 80. Let's look back at our number line. Is 76 closer to 80 or 70? The number 76 is closer to 80, so Ozobot will want to move to the number 80 on the path. I'm going to use my color code markers to put in the win play again color code next to the number 80 since this is the correct answer. 76 rounds up to 80. The color code in the middle of the map shows the color sequence for win play again. Can you use your color code markers to color in the win play again color code next to the number 80? Great work applying your coding skills. Let's finish the path so Ozobot can have some fun with rounding. The number 76 rounds up to 80, so Ozobot will need to make a right turn at the intersection. Look at the color code key. What color sequence will program Ozobot to turn right? Do you think blue, red, green? Super. Remember to always read a color code in the key from left to right. The color on the left will always be the first color you use. I'm going to follow the color sequence to color the boxes beginning with the box closest to start. Can you use your color code markers to color in the right at intersection color code after start? Ozobot is ready to round. Are you? Great, let's watch my bot in action. I put Ozobot at start marked by the number 76. Then my Ozobot follows my color code to move to the number 80 and celebrates rounding correctly. Way to go! Ozobot, you just rounded to the nearest 10. The number 76 rounds up to the number 80. Can you put your bot on start and watch it move to round the number 76 to the nearest 10? I have some good news. Your rounding fun has just begun. You have 7 more numbers to round using a number line, color codes, and your bot. Some numbers will round to the nearest 10 and others will round to the nearest 100. My Ozobot and I are going to play with more numbers. Can you use number lines and color codes to round the other 7 numbers on your own? Remember to check your work. The number lines activity sheet should have a number written to show the middle of each number line and the number you rounded marked on the number line. Your rounding fun map should have a color code to show the rounded number and a color code to program your bot to turn. If you want some additional practice rounding, use the rounding fun template to choose your own numbers.